Superman, the world's first superhero, has been depicted as a comic book, a radio show, a cartoon, Superman, and, thanks to two producers named Alexander and ILYA SALKIND, a movie star. ILYA SALKIND, the son of Alexander, set Superman into motion, a trend that would continue into the 21st century, whether it was in the movies or on TV. Hi, I'm Rennie Cowan, and for 2 hours I was able to conduct an interview with ILYA SALKIND, who is the producer of Superman the movie, Superman 2, Superman 3, Supergirl the movie, and Superboy the TV series. For 2 hours, ILYA and I chatted on his pool patio, and we just talked about anything, from the days of working with his father to the untimely dismiss of the Superboy TV series. This is quite possibly the longest interview ever conducted with ILYA SALKIND. I do hope you enjoy, and thanks for watching. Can you tell me what actually inspired you to come up with the idea of making the Superboy TV show?
Well, there's an interesting anecdote here, because it's one of the rare ideas that I did not come up with in the Superman family, and of course doing Superman and then Supergirl and all that. It was somebody from Tribune who approached my father and said, you should do a TV show on Superboy, and we Tribune would be very interested. And then my father was very interested also, because of the TV show, right, and this. But he had a problem that he could not shoot anywhere else, or because he didn't travel by plane. He only traveled by train or car, and he wasn't really a physical producer. And at that point, we had kind of separated work-wise. I mean, it was after Santa Claus movie, and I had decided to take a hiatus with my wife, then Jane Chaplin, and our first kid. We now have two, and the fact is, for those who don't know Chaplin, it was Charlie Chaplin, who was a very important figure in the movie business. Yeah. But the fact, and I'm not saying that to be flippant, but it's a fact, and another fact that a lot of people don't know is that the father of the wife of Chaplin, Una Chaplin, was Eugene O'Neill, which is your greatest in America, greatest playwright, and he is the only playwright who got an actual Nobel Prize.
Wow, wow.
Eugene O'Neill. So,
that's amazing.
Of course, imagine they were both the same age, actually, O'Neill and Chaplin. They were 55, 56, and Chaplin married Una, her name, the daughter of O'Neill. And O'Neill was so angry because he was older and all that he didn't talk to her anymore. And so that's not Superboy, but it's kind of fascinating because
an interesting family history.
It's an incredible family.
It is.
Nobel Prize and Charlie Chaplin. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Yes, and she was also at the beginning when she was 17. They married her at 18. When she was 17, she was one of the most prized debutantes in New York, where they would have these balls for the very rich girls to marry, if you want. And they would meet people.
Exactly.
Debutante balls. I think they still have them.
That's
and
great.
She was very, very much into that, with Gloria Vanderbilt. Very rich woman, I can't remember what, but she had zillions of
Yeah, I recognize
actors.
her name. She's a big figure.
Big figure. And the third one that was I guess I'm looking at the pool, so I'm seeing water, but you're not seeing it, but I'm seeing it. But anyway, the fact is that the third debutante was Carol, who ended up marrying Walter Matthau, who was a
Wow.
big star.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Very funny.
We all know who he is.
Very funny.
He's a big actor.
He was a very good actor. So anyway, that's that story. But so we were in Madrid, where I decided that I would really, kind of decompress and decide what I would do and what other picture. And my father had a big problem because he wanted to do Superboy, but he could not physically produce it because he wasn't a physical producer, hands-on, and he didn't travel by plane. So he was stuck because the Warner deal from the from the origin of Superman, the film, with DC Comics, who owned the rights. There was an enormous 50-page contract, and that contract said that any movie based on Superman, Supergirl, we had bought the entire collection of comic books.
They didn't know what they had.
Not only that, we didn't know what we had either, because that's aside again, but it's fascinating, is that we could have, according to the contract, used any actor, any character superhero that had appeared in a Superman episode comic book, which means, as you well know, because you are a fan, we could have made a second movie with Batman, a third one with Green Lantern.
Did that ever cross your mind to make one with Batman?
Batman, yes.